Today, in this quick video, I'm going to talk about 2 ways that we will create fake wins in our financial lives and 2 things that you can do to solve them. Hi, my name is Brie Sodano. I'm a personal finance expert and the founder from Sheep to Shark. I invented the invisible system to stop bleeding money and start stacking cash. So the first thing that I want to explain is that our brain works in 2 different parts. We have our conscious mind and we have our subconscious mind. Now, the conscious mind is the part of your brain that loves spreadsheets. It wants to know that you're achieving your financial goals. It wants to know that if you put X amount of dollars in every single paycheck, you're going to have money for savings or you're going to be able to pay off your debt. The subconscious mind is much more interested in what's going to happen today. How are we going to enjoy life today? Are we getting some snacks? Like, what's happening? Sometimes these 2 parts of your brain have a bit of a disagreement in there. And so I often find one of the ways that we self-sabotage when it comes to our money is we create fake wins. So the first way that I see clients do that is they overcomplicate their financial situation. What I mean when I say this is that there's no clear system of cash flow. It means that maybe I'm using a credit card for some of my bills, but I pay one credit card with a personal loan and this money goes there and that money goes there and I have a couple different savings accounts and I spend so much of my time and energy moving the pieces of my financial life around that I never really have a clear understanding. And so if someone's got a lot of different credit cards and they use one for bills and they use one for spending and they really have a situation where you cannot clearly see where you are financially, typically what's going to happen is there's going to be accidental overspending. And so that's one of the big ways where I see people, really doing their best to achieve a financial goal or financial success, but they create fake wins by making it feel like there's more cash flow by using credit or by making it feel like they're making a lot of moves even though they're not really going anywhere. It just feels more successful because they have their hands on their money a lot. The second way that people will create a fake win in their finances is to refinance debt before they've addressed the habits, behaviors, mindsets that created that debt in the first place. So oftentimes people come see me, it's not their first go at cleaning up their credit card debt, right? And so they'll have credit card debt that eventually becomes a personal loan. And then if you never address those real patterns, then you'll have a personal loan with some credit card debt. And then the cycle usually goes, then you refinance the house to pay off the credit cards and the personal loan. And so how this creates fake wins is it makes you pay off your debt. People will say, all right, well, I'm going to refinance my house. I'm going to pay off my debt. You're not paying off your debt at all. You're refinancing your debt, which in some cases there can be some financial wins by doing something like that. But you have to be incredibly aware that, if you were to refinance your house, you're going to take the equity out of your house to pay off your consumer debt. In general, that's not a win. But it will create the feeling of looser cash flow. It will feel better in your day-to-day operations. So that's another big way where I see clients creating fake wins. So they're not making actual real financial progress. Their net worth has probably decreased, but their cash flow feels better and they're getting a little immediate relief. So there's 2 things that you really want to do to be able to know your progress and avoid creating fake wins for yourself. So the first thing is you want a very clear and concise cash flow system. So I teach the invisible system where you use 5 different types of money. You have your money that you're going to keep. It's going to be your retirement money for your bills and your monthly expenses money. I call for working capital, and that's all of the irregular expenses. And then having money for pleasure in life, plus having money for pocket spending. And I find that to be most effective. That's the system that I work with my clients. But as long as you have a system that's clear and concise and you know what's working, and so if you use your credit card, you use it for certain kind of things, and you pay your bills with certain kind of money, and it's very clear as to if this credit card bill goes up X amount of dollars, it means this amount of payment needs to go. And so it's when those things become unclear, that it's a problem. So if you have a very clear mapped out cash flow system, you are going to be in much better shape to know what money's doing what for you. The next thing that's going to help you maintain clarity and avoid creating fake wins is by checking your progress on your net worth. So your net worth is your assets minus all of your liabilities. So it's going to be all the assets that you own, your house, your money, your bank accounts, minus any liabilities that you have, your loans, your credit cards, your student loans, the mortgage on your house. And you want to be seeing that coming up over time. Now, if you're young, or if you're in 20s and 30s, there's a chance that you may have a negative net worth. You may have student loans that are big. You may have a brand new mortgage where you don't have a lot of equity in your home, or those two are about the same, so they cancel each other out. And that's fine if that's where you're starting from, but you really want to understand that, so that way every month you should be seeing your assets grow at least a little bit. You should be seeing your retirement savings go up. You should be seeing the money in your savings account come up. You should be seeing your debt come down. When you track your net worth over time, you can actually see your real, true progress. And so in the situation of a refinance, for example, that's not going to show, like you're not going to see a lot of progress in your net worth, even though your cash flow will feel a lot better. So you really want to have those two things kind of separated out in your mind, like the difference between how my cash flow feels and like what's the actual truth about the progress that I'm making. So I hope that was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Get me in the comments. I love you. I appreciate you. Bye.